Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you?
From the great state of Michigan, it is Midwest Premier League action on the National Soccer Network. It's a live look. Not live look. That is Mackinac Bridge right there, Dan Sticker. That is. We get ready for this Great Lakes West Division matchup. The Holland Rovers taking on Goshen City. Again, live on the National Soccer Network on YouTube and on Roku TV, as we'll bring you out now to Mac Bay Soccer Stadium here in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Holland, Michigan, getting ready for this matchup. A beautiful Saturday afternoon. Weather clearing up here throughout much of the state. 79 degrees right now in Holland as this matchup between two first-place teams. We saw it last night down here on the east side of this bracket, where Michigan Stars finding a way to score two unanswered goals in the second half to win that game 2-1 of the Michigan Jaguars, now sitting with 19 points with 2 games to play in that East Division. Now we've got Holland Rovers and Goshen City battling it out. My name's Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrap. Happy to have you watching here tonight on the National Soccer Network. And Dan, we look at both these teams. They're very similar. I mean, when I say very similar, they're exactly the same. 5-1-2, 17 points. Goals scored, though, is where they're separate. Goals scored, Holland Rovers has scored 12. They've allowed 6. And on the flip side, Goshen City scored 17, allowed 9. So the only difference right now is just how many goals they've let in and their difference.
A lot of other stat areas they're identical as well. .625 win percentage, 2.13 points per match. Just combined 15 goals allowed between these two sides in 2025. Very good defenses. Holland has a 0.75 goals against average. And Goshen City has a 1.13 goals against average. But so both teams have made it difficult for the opponents to score goals on them. Only one time these two teams have allowed another side to score more than one goal. Lansing Common defeated Goshen City 3-2 back on June 8th. That is the only time either of these two defenses have allowed 2 goals in a match. So we could see something similar here today at the Mac Bay Soccer Stadium.
Look there at the fields that they made, the players as they made their way out onto the field. Let's talk here starting lineups for both these sides. In goal here today for Goshen City, Leonard Wider is in between the pipes. Flavio Cruz, Ariel Matute, Steven Bardi, Eli Simones, Maxim Brigion, Adam Gonzalez-Martinez, Luis Felipe Gruber, Kingsley Kanyu, Ricardo Garcia, and Tabello Intene are all in the lineup. for Goshen City. They're coached by Tyler Bourne. On the flip side, in the Holland Strike Rovers, Bradshaw Ullman in between the pipes for the Rovers. Ethan DeWitt, Daniel Arellano, Fletcher Van Howe, Zach Risley, Oli Olson, Zach Wood, Gavin Hardy, Cole Pauli, Lake Vanderploeg, and Matthew Davidson, all in the lineup here today for the Rovers. They're coached by Nacho Urbina. So we'll take a pause here for the national anthem. Beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Both these teams getting ready to battle here today for sole ownership of first place. And, Dan, I would imagine, as for most of us, would like to see a win here today. But for some, they might like to see a draw. And this continued to be the parody of which soccer can be late in the season.
A lot of these conference races, a lot of different leagues across the country and various associations, they're going down to the final week and a half, sometimes the final match of the season. These two teams tied atop the table in the Great Lakes West. Last night we talked about in the Great Lakes East. 3 teams entered last night with 16 points. The Michigan Stars took down the Michigan Jaguars 2-1. So they have 19 points. Cedars FC was back and forth with 14. They now have 17 points. They've leapfrogged into second place behind the Stars. They took down Inter Detroit 4-3 last night in a wild affair. The Jags stayed with 16 points. They're now in third with Liquid Football, which is idle this weekend. They do not play until next Tuesday. So next week is the last week of the regular season, the Midwest Premier League. At least these two divisions of mostly Michigan teams looks like they will go down in the final week or so.
That they will is, again, moments away from the start of this crucial matchup. Goshen City, their first year in this Midwest Premier League Great Lakes West Division. Here at Mac Bay Soccer Stadium here in Holland, as it looks as though Holland will have the first half kick. Holland in their black and white trim kits here today, going left to right on your screen. Goshen City in their orange kits with black trim, going right to left. Referee blows his whistle, and we are officially underway here on this Saturday afternoon. Ball makes its way all the way back to Wider. I don't know if you can ask for a better goalkeeper name than Wider. It's, the last name was Shotstopper. That might be a good one, too, as ball up this near side. That was in 10A, and out of play will go. Was looking for Kanu.
When I had a chance to call a game here at the Mac Bay Soccer Stadium back on May 23rd, that was Holland Strike Rovers 2-1 victory over Tulip City United SC. The field wasn't in the greatest of conditions. The grass had not been cut. It was very clumpy, very long in spots, and it affected the entire match for both teams. This field looked like it was recently trimmed down here in the last couple days. Doesn't look as clumpy. So we'll see That will aid these players in terms of crisp passing, cutting down on turnovers as well.
Flavio Cruz up this near side. Ball out of play. These two teams saw each other back in May, and they tied 1-1, so hopefully we'll see a different outcome here this afternoon.
Both teams enter tonight on a 3-game win streak. Holland Rovers, in the last 3 games, defeated 1927 SC 2-1, Grand Rapids SC 2-0, and Tulip City United SC 3-1. Their counterparts from Goshen City FC. They also defeated Tulip City 3-1, Lansing Common 3-1, and 1927 SC 2-1. So both teams picking up the pace, getting hot at the right time.
First foul of the afternoon is credited to the Holland Rovers. All played back by Martinez, and Cruz to that far side. Matute. Goshen City is located in Indiana. Kanu. Good movement here in the early going for Goshen City. All put in. That's headed up and over. And out of play.
Great effort by Goshen City. They moved the ball around well the last couple of minutes, having players make the runs in open space, and they tried to test the goalkeeper. Nice slotted pass right about to the 12, 13-yard line, headed over the goalpost, but right idea. Trying to put pressure right away on that back line.
So Random Aussie has officially made his way into the chat. Hey, Mr. Turner, just after 5 a.m. in Australia. I was about 4 a.m. our time this morning, so. Just Eastern Standard Time here in the great state of Michigan.
You were an early bird.
I had to go back to bed, though. So is this ball up that far side? Olsen, good turn from him, down in the corner, getting towards the corner, looking to put it across into the 18. He does, and that's makes its way out of play, deflected out for a corner. So first corner of the match coming up here for the Rovers, really on their first offensive moment in this game. And just because I could hear off in our producer's room, I could hear someone say gosh, like Goshen. I double-checked. It is pronounced Goshen. I double-checked as this ball comes in from the corner. Played out and right back into the box. I knew that's how it was pronounced. I didn't have to look it up, but I did Google it, and Google is not wrong. It's never been wrong in the history of mankind. It's this ball down towards the end line. Obviously, if you're watching either on our Roku TV channel or on YouTube, you could chime in, but you can only chime in the comments section on our YouTube channel. Is ball out of play. It's Kanu. Thrown in by Simones. Matute will get it back.
Goshen is in northern Indiana. I would guesstimate about 30 miles southeast of South Bend.
So far in the early going of this match, possession really all in favor of Goshen City. Good ball. Canoe. He's just outside the 18. He'll cut inside. Play at top of the 18. Shot! It goes through traffic and into the back of the net. 1-0 in favor of the visitors in Goshen City. I believe that came off the foot of Maximum Bragone, number 9. It was. What a great move by Canoe. Lays it off, and it just kind of dips through traffic and gets past Ullman. A very odd kind of approach to trying to get that ball. Almost like he didn't expect it to come through, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great move on that left side by Kingsley Canoe, number 22. He found a little bit of space, put a low cross right to the top of the 18, set the table. Maxime Bragone, one touch into the back of the net by the left post.
So 7 minutes in, Goshen City finds themselves up 1-0. Kingsley Canoe gets the assist. Great individual effort from him. Bragone, almost ball given away by Ullman. I wouldn't mind taking another look at that shot, if we can, from our producer, Brianna. Put that one back in a moment, the next chance you get. Take another look at that goal. Oftentimes we say it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Yesterday we saw Michigan Stars go down 1-0 in that first half, a 32nd minute goal. Scored by Vincent Stockton. Take a look now here as offside was called here a moment ago. Just kidding about that replay. Thought we were going to see it maybe there for a moment, but next chance we'll get it. Canoe. Good pullback by Vanderploeg. Hard tackle, and that's a foul as Gruber goes down. No card issued, and so here comes that replay again. Canoe. It came off. It didn't have a lot of power on it. It just, the way that was played, almost like maybe he didn't expect it to go through. He was really late to respond because it didn't seem like a really powerful shot.
And there wasn't a ton of pace in that. It was right on the top of the 18. There was some congestion in the box. Maybe Bradshaw Ullman reacted late. He maybe not have seen the original shot till it was too late. He dove to his right. That ball just kind of bounced over that goal line by the left goal post. But this is a game that has title implications in terms of one of these teams could end up winning the Great Lakes West Division title here. And goals don't have to be pretty. That wasn't the most beautiful goals. It was a nice cross right to the top of 18, a one-time shot. It wasn't lasered up in the upper 90 or anything.
Well, you would argue that, the Canoe is without his effort, that doesn't happen. And the beauty in all of that was, in fact, I think Canoe being able to drive into the 18, create some presence, and then ultimately pass the ball off top of the 18 and finding his partner in crime in this one, and Bragone, and that one-time shot. It's this ball on that far side. Ball hits up into the chest of a Holland Rover, and now right back in possession is Goshen City. Simones. Canoe. Trying to lay it off for Simones and did not connect. Ball now played back. And right now, again, Holland Rovers on their heels.
We're just crossing the 12th minute, and Goshen has had a significant amount of the possession so far in this game. Holland Rovers, they did have one corner kick here about 5 minutes ago, but that's about it. Goshen came out in attack mode. They got the early goal.
Ball played up this near side. Vanderplug will chase it down. He'll get the ball at his feet. Look to slot it up towards his teammate and Fletcher Van Houw, and it does not make its way there. One back.
Vanderplug, Holland Christian graduate, won a state championship, Division III here back in 2002 with the Maroons.
Oh, this is a great ball. Into space, open net. Great job defensively. It was Ethan DeWitt there for the Rovers. Not quite sure who it was for Goshen City who stopped that ball off. It was a tight angle after getting past Leonard Wider.
Great counterattack opportunity for the Strike Rovers. Unsuccessful putting that in the back of the net, but they got the ball downfield in a hurry. Got Goshen's defense depth.
Oh, look at this. The flag will go up, though, as Tabello Antenne was in an offside position. Let's take a look at that opportunity here a couple moments ago. It started with Ethan DeWitt, and you'll see it here. A great ball slotted in. He was actually looking for, believe it was number 7, Daniel Arellano. Arellano had that open look after getting past Wider. Now it looks like maybe a yellow card being issued to Antenne for being in an offside position. Well, he didn't get the yellow card for that, but clearly for dissent here in the 14th minute. Got to give credit, though, to the referee. That is one of the best beards I've seen so far this summer. Brings you back to that episode of The Family Guy where Peter grows a beard and the bird's the word song. And so the ball did go out of play. I believe it was Stephen Barty who stopped that ball off the line from Arellano. One back. Davidson. He'll play it back. Puts it up into the 18. A lot of games here today on the National Soccer Network. You're watching one of them is WPSL Conference Finals and taking place this weekend, today and tomorrow. A chance to play in a national semifinal here next weekend. USLW matches taking place as well. National semifinals on Sport Engine Play. Those are produced by the National Soccer Network. Good tackle. Ball played up now. Standard for Antenne, and one back now by the Holland Rovers. Find themselves in a hole, 1-0, a 7th-minute goal scored by number 9, Maxime Rayon. Have Goshen City up here 16 minutes into this game. Ball sent in the middle of the park. That's a dangerous ball, but Matute. Good give and go out of the back. Played centrally. Good work here by Goshen City to get out of that defensive third. Canoe. Barty on that far side. And right now, Holland Rovers just content with allowing Goshen City to move the ball around. That was a self-inflicted mistake. So the ball goes out of play. Thrown in. Falling down was Vanderploeg, and other throw-in coming up here. Out of play again.
Goshen City, they've, again, had most of the possessions so far. Conceded one shot in one corner, tick on counterattacks by Holland.
Put into the 18. It was kicked away. Milano. Cruz. Canoe. Vanderploeg. Ball played over the top. Looking for Van Houw, and foul was called.
Third foul against the Holland Rovers. Field does look in better condition than it was a couple months ago, even though we've had quite a bit of rain here in the last couple of days, especially the last 24 hours across the state of Michigan and northern Indiana as well.
It's still way too long. This might be not as long as it's been in the past, but again, you can tell by how the ball moves that if you want to move at pace with that ball, it takes more work. Obviously, you want your soccer fields cut almost like a fairway of a golf course. If you've ever golfed, you know what I mean by a really nice golf course with a nice fairway.
Oh yeah,
and you got those subpar, fairways that don't look like they've been cut. This kind of fits into that, that ballpark there, Dan. Not saying that the field is not cut around. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that if you were to compare a golf course fairway to another one that didn't, was a little longer, you could say that might be the case of what you see here. And does it have an impact on the way the game is played? Absolutely it does. As Van Houw now makes his way towards the 18, and a good defensive play by number 23, Flavio Cruz. And to be fair, when you start talking about a home field advantage, these are the things that when you're, Nacho Urbina and you're the Holland Rovers, these are things that actually you probably want to have happen. You want to have the ball play a certain way. You want to have the field cut and the width of it a certain way because it gives you home field advantage in that best circumstance. And ball's just outside the 18. Davidson will send it back in and into the hands of Wider. Some places are turf fields, and you really can't do anything about a turf field.
It is an adjustment. I mean, if you play and practice on this field, and it has been known to be a little bit longer in some other grass fields in the Midwest. Plus, some of these teams, they will play on some of their games on turf.
Well, there's this natural crown too, right? These grass fields, especially fields like this, which, again, you could argue probably has been in this same kind of way. It's developed probably for some time, so it's got that natural crown. So in the middle of the field, it's going to be a little higher, and it starts to kind of pan out and dip towards the sidelines. And that's where a lot of your divots are going to be, because that's where water will build up and to tend to roll off the middle of the field. And so you'll use that to your advantage.
It's a soccer-specific stadium, but I do wonder at one time, and it could be, a few decades ago, that this was originally a football field. I could be wrong. Because you do see that on stadiums that have never been turfed, like at high schools. That you'll still see somewhat of a crown.
Always played up top, looking for antennae, and did not get there. Canoe, he'll play it back. Cruz met by pressure. He'll play it back to Canoe. Now DeWitt. Tries to almost get muscled off the ball, but he keeps battling. Look to put it in the box. Now play back to play back to Vanderploeg. Now Davidson. Good tackle, says the referee. We'll keep playing.
Holland does have a lot of players that graduated from Holland, West Ottawa, and Holland Christian High School, along with some outlying towns and Christian and charter schools. Goshen has a lot of players from Goshen, Indiana, nearby. Elkhart as well. Some of the other communities east and southeast of South Bend.
All played up. Settled down now by the Rovers. Risley. Canoe.
Goshen, they're really trying to get the ball to Canoe. He's kind of their creator. Those long legs, quick strides, very crafty with the ball. And Canoe had the assist on the game's only goal back in the 7th minute.
So a throw in here deep in the defensive third of the Holland Rovers. Gruber. Region.
Watch Holland. They've been unsuccessful building a consistent attack, but they do try to get the ball up to Ethan DeWitt, who plays college soccer over Grace Christian University. He's a Zeeland East High School grad, and then we talked about Lake Vanderploeg, all-state first-team player in high school, I believe for 2 years running for Holland Christian.
That's a good ball pushed out wide, down by the end line. Puts it across. Look at this chance. It goes up and over. It was Gruber there with the left foot. A great ball, and he was wide open just outside the 6.
Mental breakdown defensively for the Holland Rovers. That ball was crossed over, as you mentioned. Player wide open on that left side.
I'm going to look at it here. I mean, it was wide open. If he could just get over that, be 2-0.
Long bending swing with the right foot. Right around that 6-yard mark.
Canoe, and good step to get there defensively for the Rovers. But right back to Goshen City it will go. Bergion. Barty. Looking to go back to Barty and into the hands of Ullman. Continued pressure here from Goshen as we're in the 28th minute. If you're just joining us, a 7th minute goal scored by number 9, Maxime Bergion, in the 7th minute. So all the difference right now in this one. Ball played into space. Intene. Now Canoe. Played up top. Offside flag does not go up.
Holland doing a little bit better here, trying to close down those gaps. Not allow Goshen a lot of space to operate in.
DeWitt now loses the ball. Martinez plays it back. Matute out wide. It's Garcia. Now Barty. Overlapping run from Garcia. Bergion tried to force a ball. Barty wins it back and then it deflects off of Ole Olsen and out of play. We talked about this last night with the Michigan Stars. It was a tale of two halves, right? Where really as many opportunities you could say the Stars had in that first half. It was sloppy defensiveness. You just didn't see any cohesiveness in their back line. I mean, it could have very easily have been 2 or 3-0 in that first half in favor of the Jaguars. Matowski stood on his head for a number of them. But then in the second half, what you saw with that comeback, right? It started with a 59th minute penalty, shot by Barake Sene. And then in the 82nd minute, Richard Humphrey getting on the end of a loose ball inside the 18, putting it past Lero Lopez, the goalkeeper for the Jaguars. Which, again, it's something that I've got to I understand there's something to be said about development. But switching your goalkeeper in the second half, as this ball is played to the 18, it might make its way in the back of the net, and it does. The Holland Rovers equalize in the 31st minute. Look, as this ball comes in, Arellano with just a little chip into the open net. And just like that, it's equal at 1 apiece.
That serve came from the back line of the Holland Strike Rovers. That was a long 50-yard pass.
Take another look at that one again, Brianna. Again, this is we talk about this, tale of two halves, but this is a long ball just at midfield, and he just flicks it.
Right from the corner of the box with his right foot, sent it home. Just the second shot of the day for Holland. We're all tied at 1 apiece. See if that changes the momentum of this game at all, or if Goshen go back to controlling possession, start to create some more chances.
You can look at these 2 goals, what they are, Dan. And as a former goalkeeper, I can say that I can be a little critical of goalkeepers. But looking at both of these plays, it just seems like in both moments, the goalkeepers just maybe weren't ready for these moments. These 2 examples.
They both reacted late. You're absolutely right.
And again, I've only seen, Ullman a couple times this season. I have never seen Wider. And to this point, he's been pretty spot on, except for that moment. What's the reason to come off your line where a flick's even a thing in that moment? That ball is way outside of that 18 where it might land. And a simple flick finds its way into the back of the net. I mean, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can take it. I don't know. To give up a goal there when they have shown at this point in this game, they have not shown any dangerousness in this game. That's their first shot, if I'm not mistaken.
Second shot, they had a kind of a weak one early in the game where it rolled towards that near post and it was cleared away by a defender.
Now this won't be shot and put up and over. Could argue, obviously, that the Goshen City haven't had a ton of chances either. They've had a bulk of the possession, and while that's a great stat that you can boast about, it doesn't actually mean a whole lot in the win column. You could outpossess teams left and right and still lose soccer games. So,
seen it a million times in my life. That assist came from number 16, Zach Risley, off that back line. Again, that was about a 50-yard serve.
Ball pushed out wide to Canoe. Bergione. Martinez pushes out wide to Barty. Barty now sends it in! Tied us right now. It's 2-1 now in favor of Goshen City. In 10A. What a ball. Barty sends one into the box, getting on the end of it with a diving header to Bellew in 10A, and Goshen City has taken the lead back here in the 34th minute.
What a way to respond, giving up a goal just a couple of minutes ago. You come back down, a couple of great passes out near the midfield, slide it over to that far side, chip to the box. And the diving header right around the 6 by Intena. You couldn't ask for a better build-up to create that goal. A good 4 players touched the ball in about 10 seconds, 2-1 in favor of Goshen.
Goshen City continues to show their technical and tactical ability in this game. Again, if we look at the stats, I think in every column so far they're leading. That's why they have a 2-1 lead. Ball given right back, and foul was called.
Goshen City, they have 5 total shots, only 2 on frame. But both of those shots on goal resulted in the goals up on our scoreboard for the 2-1 advantage. Again, that second goal came less than 3 minutes after they conceded a goal to Holland. But a great way to respond. Kind of take that momentum right back.
Davidson now for the Rovers. Barty tried to step in front of that. Little shove at the end of that play. It'll be a free kick. And now Gruber is going to get a yellow card for getting in front of that play. It's a heads-up play. Second yellow card of the match.
Both those yellows going against Goshen City SC.
And Davidson with that heads-up play, knowing that there were three Goshen City players standing over that ball, and all they have to do is just get in front of the pass. And Gruber did. No, I haven't refereed in some time now, Dan, but I don't think that's 10 yards. That looks like it might be 20.
It's a little extra distance just for good measure.
He went from a couple inches to 20 yards. This ball is now sent into the 18 towards that back post. As Wider will look to punt this one up over midfield. A good punt. Tracking it down is Anthem. He'll make his way now into the 18. He'll look to slot it off to Brigion, and that one's knocked out for a corner. 2 players go down for the Rovers. Not quite sure who went down. Maybe DeWitt.
He's clearly in a lot of pain. Holding that right shin area, right ankle.
It is not DeWitt. Maybe number 16. That Grizzly?
Yeah, it does look like Risley, who had the assist for Holland's goal.
We are going to see Mike Saldana step in. I believe this is the second corner of the match. Coming up here for Goshen City. Ball sent in. Still inside the 18. Shot fired. Ball right back in the corner. Out of play. Getting closer and closer to the end of this first half. You're just joining us here. A 7th-minute goal by Brigion, and Goshen City had them leading 1-0 after 7 minutes. Then an equalizer from Daniel Arellano in the 31st minute, assisted by Zach Risley. Had this game all tied up at 1 apiece, and then 3 minutes later, Tabello and Tene putting one in the back and then off a diving header. Giving Goshen City a 2-1 lead. Under 5 minutes plus stoppage time in this first half. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. You're watching Midwest Premier League Great Lakes West Division action on the National Soccer Network on YouTube and Roku TV. Our current poll on YouTube have Goshen City with 74% of your votes. As this ball up that far side and a lot of green pitch in front of him. Ball sent into the box looking for Canoe. Brigion. Look at this now. 1-on-1 with a goalkeeper. Slided back across. Now a shot. I'm not sure why he wouldn't have taken that. It was Alan Rodriguez-Lopez who was inside the box. Not sure why Martinez just wouldn't have taken that. He was all alone, 1-on-1 with Ullman.
Sometimes players feel like they need to be really close to the goal to uncork a shot.
How much more closer do you need to be? He was almost in the net.
You have to just, if you're 18 yards out, 9 yards out, 24 yards out, you have a little bit of space, especially when there's a lot of traffic. You got to take the shot. Worst case scenario, you get a deflection, earn a corner kick, or deflects off the defender into the back of the net.
It was a collision inside the 18. Goes out for a throw-in. I'm going to say this ball last touched off of Goshen City. I mean, you couldn't have asked for, one-on-one. I mean, put the one far post, see what happens.
Again, Goshen working the ball heavily down this near side, trying to get the ball to Canoe.
Cruz plays it back. Now Lopez. Ortiz. Back to Lopez. Kind of ping-ponged around, and now over midfield and chasing it down is Matute. Hard collision as Davidson now is slow to get up. Martinez looks like he might get a yellow card, and he will.
That was almost a little bit of a cheap shot, kind of a takedown blade. Yellow card came out just a few seconds later.
Goshen City leading 2-1 in the scoring column and leading 3-0 in the yellow card column.
Goshen only 4 fouls against, but 3 have resulted in yellow cards. Goshen again, they have controlled play since the opening kickoff.
Ball played into the 18, and Wider will take his time as we are officially in the 44th minute. Holland Rovers have officially gotten 1 vote in this game. 67% of you have said that Goshen's going to win this game. A lot of votes for ties though. 29%. That's a lot of voting for a tie, Dan. As Martinez goes down, we'll keep playing, says the referee.
No one really enjoys a tie.
Except Brandon Mossy. Rolano. Good touch. Ball pushed out wide. Sent back across and then chested back to Wider. Sent in by Breton Timmer. I do understand if you're like Lansing Common, you're one of the other teams in the West who's currently atop this table. We didn't have a chance to take a look at the standings here earlier. We will here in a moment. This ball comes in from Wider. Saldana.
Now, the Rovers must find a way to kind of muck it up a little bit. Try to get some momentum back. They've had a hard time adapting to the overall speed of Goshen City. Even their outside marking backs are getting forward. In fact, that go-ahead goal back in the 34th minute, that was set up across by number 2, Stefan Bandy, who got forward, took a pass from a midfielder, dribbled down that right side, and crossed it right into the 6 to gain the assist. Canoe has been exploiting the back line here.
Let's take a look at those standings, if you don't mind, Brianna. They're right there on the screen. I thought they should be more. I apologize. We'll pull them off the screen now. I thought they were on the side of the screen, so I do apologize about that. But we'll get them back up there in a moment. Well, that's a hard tackle. That might be a yellow card. Saldana to the coach here, Tyler Bourne, asking for a yellow card. We are officially in stoppage time here in the first minute. Put those standings back up on the screen now. There they are. Again, Goshen City, Holland Rovers, Midwest United right behind, as well as Lansing Commons. So You look at those stats and the standings. I mean, yeah, a tie here today
could really muck things up.
So I get the reason why they're voting for it. Is we'll move those standings off the screen now in the second minute of stoppage time.
Could some Midwest United and Lansing Common fans be watching and voting for a tie?
Remember last night, Midwest United did beat Lansing Common by a score, I believe, of 2-1. Oh, look at this. Timmer sends it into the 18. Had a lot of green space in front of him. Not sure if I agree with playing it into the box like that, but
he had a little bit of open space to take a couple more touches and then decide if he's going to cross it or shoot it. Maybe draw a defender before slotting it across. A little bit premature on that. We've seen 3 goals and 3 yellow cards here in the first half. We just entered the 3rd minute of stoppage time, so I anticipate 3 or 4 minutes based on those goals and cards. All 3 of those yellow cards were issued to Goshen City.
Look at this. This ball played back, and that was a dangerous moment for Wider. Back to Wider again. Ball played up over midfield. Martinez gets the ball. Intene back to Martinez. Now Brigone lets one loose. That's blocked. Martinez, hard tackle. Flag does go up, and we'll see a free kick here just outside the 18. I'm not sure where 4 minutes of stoppage time came in. We're officially in to our 5th minute of stoppage. What am I missing here, Dan?
3 goals and 3 yellow cards. Maybe it was just he took his time writing down the names for the yellows.
I mean, we're in our 4th minute stoppage, but I mean, I don't know where 4 minutes came from. There weren't a significant amount of subs. I mean, most of the time in the first half, we might see 2, maybe 3 minutes.
There was the one injury there about 15 minutes ago where they had to help a player from Holland off the field behind the goal.
It wasn't a 4-minute delay, but Brigione now. Barty, he'll send one into the box. That's a good head from Intene into the hands of Ullman, and that will wrap up this first half. And Goshen City have, after 45 minutes, taken a 2-1 lead here into the halftime break. Holland Rovers have some work to do here in the second half if they want to climb back into this one. Not too much damage, but so far in this one, Goshen City have shown why they are atop the table along with Holland Rovers. Remember, both these teams tied each other back here in their first time matchup here back in May. 45 minutes down, 45 minutes to go. Will Holland Rovers climb the way back? Will Goshen City hold them off? We'll find out after this. From the biggest matches to the hottest takes, Jonathan Turner and Nathan Wenger bring you the stories, the analysis, and the edge you won't get anywhere else. Streaming live weekdays at 9 a.m. on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all major platforms. No filters, no fluff, just real talk, real soccer. This is Inside the Game.
Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Accelerate your soccer journey this summer at Oakland University. From June 30th to July 31st, players will have the incredible opportunity to refine their skills under the guidance of Oakland University soccer coaches. Train at world-class facilities while gaining insight into life in a collegiate environment. These camps cater to a range of skill sets and ages, from youth programs to the Elite ID program, ensuring participants are surrounded by peers who challenge and inspire. As one of the premier soccer institutions in the Horizon League, Oakland University soccer program offers an unparalleled environment for growth and development. Don't miss your chance. Register now at OaklandBoysSoccerCamps.com.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us. If you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
From the biggest matches to the hottest takes, Jonathan Turner and Nathan Wenger bring you the stories, the analysis, and the edge you won't get anywhere else. Streaming live weekdays at 9 a.m. on YouTube, Roku TV, Facebook, Twitter, and all major platforms. No filters, no fluff, just real talk, real soccer. This is Inside the Game.
The Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26 and 27, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Accelerate your soccer journey this summer at Oakland University. From June 30th to July 31st, players will have the incredible opportunity to refine their skills under the guidance of Oakland University soccer coaches. Train at world-class facilities while gaining insight into life in a collegiate environment. These camps cater to a range of skill sets and ages, from youth programs to the Elite ID program, ensuring participants are surrounded by peers who challenge and inspire. As one of the premier soccer institutions in the Horizon League, Oakland University soccer program offers an unparalleled environment for growth and development. Don't miss your chance. Register now at OaklandBoysSoccerCamps.com.
The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26 and 27, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
Welcome back here into Holland, Michigan, Mac Bay Soccer Stadium. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. 45 minutes have been completed. We have 45 more to go. Goshen City have a 2-1 lead. It was a 7th-minute goal by Brigion, assisted by Canoe, and then Tabello and Tene in the 34th minute put them back in the lead. An equalizer by Daniel Arellano in the 31st minute for the Rovers. But again, in this game, statistically speaking, it has been all, and I mean all, Goshen City is waiting for the referee to get this one back underway here in this second half.
In Goshen, they did control over 80% of that first half, 9-3 on total shots. Both teams did have 3 shots on frame, but a pair of nice goals off crosses for Goshen City, and that's where we stand, 2-1 here, coming out of the halftime break.
Referee blows his whistle, and we are back underway. Goshen City with the kickoff in their all-orange kits going left to right on your screen. And the Holland Rovers in their black and white kits now going right to left. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrat. We're live here at Mac Bay Soccer Stadium in Holland, Michigan. This ball settled down by Timmer. Adana now played back. Goshen City will play around with it in their back line. A couple of comments coming in from More Original. This referee is a joke. Yellow cards only for Goshen. Well, I don't know if I agree with the joke part. We've seen some pretty questionable calls in our day. I don't know if there's anything in that first half that would quantify for such a strong opinion about the refereeing. One of those yellow cards was quite easy. I mean, once the player steps in front of a free kick and it hits them, you're going to get a yellow card for encroachment all day long.
And there was one against Ortiz where it was just a simple, he got beat, he turned around and bladed a player from Holland.
You know, I think
the referee was right there.
If the argument is about a yellow card, maybe there that last final foul kind of right before the end of the half, where I think it was Mike Saldana who took down a player from behind. I would agree that would maybe needed a card, but I don't know if I just don't know if saying that this referee as a whole is a joke would. It's not even close. You know, he's been pretty much on top of the calls in this game.
He didn't on those 3 yellow cards. He didn't hesitate.
Nonetheless, both these teams currently sitting atop the Great Lakes West Division of the Midwest Premier League.
Again, the Midwest Premier League, one more week left in the regular season. We saw right before the half of the standings in the Great Lakes West Division. 4 teams still in the hunt mathematically. 2 teams with 17 points, another 2 with 16 points. So a lot to be decided here over the final week of the season. This game obviously will have some huge implications as well.
Saldana gives it away. Brigion. So free kick been given to Goshen City. Martinez will settle it down. He'll play it short. Intended for Barty, and Timmer will now throw it in. Ball sent into space. That's DeWitt. He'll look to cut it back. He'll now play it back. Davidson looks to send one in the box towards that back post, looking for Olsen, and that will make its way out of play and out for a goal kick.
Right idea for Davidson to kind of switch fields, send it over that to the right side, a little bit too much base. The Holland Rovers down 2-1. They're looking to get some momentum back, ignite a little bit of offense. Again, they only had 3 shots in that first half.
How many shots did Goshen have?
9-3 overall in shots. 3-3 with shots on target. But you can't create chances when you don't have the ball much. Again, Goshen had the ball at least 80% of that first half.
Ball sent up. Tene, he'll be tackled, and that will go out of play. Now for a throw-in on this near side, deep and in the corner. Barty. Brigion. Canoe goes down. We'll keep playing. DeWitt will play it back, and Davidson back to Ullman. It's a good ball to this near side. Timmer right there. He's got DeWitt. Now Davidson. Van Howe. Back to DeWitt. He'll cut inside. He'll keep going. Great defensive work by Kevin Vidana. And now Lopez will look to play a ball long up that far side, looking for Intene. Ullman comes out. Great work by Ullman. Intene, though, open net. He'll play a shot that goes well high and wide of target.
Right idea. They kind of chip that towards the goal. The Ullman coming way off his line. Sometimes when a goalkeeper does that, if no defender sticks back behind to kind of cover, it can often create a disastrous opportunity for the opposition.
Canoe. Ball played up now. Guillaume. Intene. Martinez. Down by the end line. Now Canoe. He'll pull it back. Martinez. Guillaume. Give and go. Ortiz. Look at that. Now Martinez. Martinez! It's deflected up and out. And out for a corner kick. Almost felt like they had that ball for 5 minutes, Dan. And that wasn't 5 minutes, but it felt like it.
It's been that way a lot of this match. Where Goshen, they're playing very good possession ball, very patient. They're moving around, switching fields. A lot of 1- and 2-touch passes. And they're forcing the Holland Rovers to chase a lot of this match. It's just the second corner kick for Goshen City. For anyone to join us late, Goshen has clearly dominated this game.
This ball comes in from Barty towards that back post. Tracking it down is Cruz. And he'll send it back into the box. Finally cleared up by Gavin Hardy. This will go out of play. $27 total votes have come in on who you think is going to win this game. Goshen City have 67% of your votes. Holland Rovers having just 11. And 22% of you are wishing this game ends in a draw. All played up. Looking for Vidana. Timmer. Good job shielding it as Ullman comes over and picks it up.
Two to nothing in shots so far here in the second half. In favor of Goshen City. 11-3 overall for the visitors. These amateur and pre-professional leagues, they don't have a tracker in terms of overall possession and pass accuracy and a lot of other things you might see in a USL championship or MLS game. They have clearly had the ball a lot in this match. Results up and down that stat sheet and on the scoreboard.
Oh, look at this shot that went just wide. And they're going to say that deflected on its way towards goal. I don't think that it was touched by a wider. A left-footed shot. And went through traffic and...
Unless they said it went off the fingertips of Ullman. Or wider, excuse me.
Might have been taken there by number 17, Olsen, as this ball comes in off the corner. Played back to Saldana. And now all the way back to Ullman. Canoe. Van Hou now. He'll cut back. He'll take a shot from distance that goes up and over.
So 2 quick shots from distance here in the last minute and a half. For the Holland Strike Rovers, trying to get back into this game down 2-1.
And Tene. Ball that back line. Vidana will track it down, but the flag did go up for offside.
So Holland is conceding a lot of possession. They're okay with allowing Goshen to control the ball, especially well away from the final third of the field. Looks like they've tightened down the defensive reins a little bit. Goshen was able to beat their marks along the flanks, both the left and right side during much of that first half. Several Goshen players able to get behind the defense as well, create some chances, put a lot of pressure on that back line.
Davidson now. Out of play on that far side. This is thrown in to Lopez, and out of play will go again.
Much bigger crowd here for the second half. A lot of fans not sitting in the bleachers on the other side, but they're along the fence lines. I'm not too sure. I'm looking at some of the fans in the background. You know, you can sit up in the bleachers and not have a restrictive view, or you can sit in your portable chairs right in front of the fence line and look through a fence all game. I'm not sure on that decision, but to each their own.
Saldana, not a bad bowl. That's a slip and fall by Olsen. He'll play it inside. Field doesn't look very slippery, but he felt like he hit some water.
put on
a nice towel floor.
Put some skates on there for about 2 seconds.
Ball drops down here on to Garcia's foot. It's got Martinez overlapping on this near side, but plays it inside to Lopez and then switch to that far side. There's Ortiz, and this might have gone across the end line. It did. I can't, I don't know if I have an opinion about whether or not to sit behind a fence or in the stands. I guess it would all come down to what makes you the most comfortable. I also would say that maybe if you're on the slightly older side, maybe having that fence in front of you might help you, at least from a comfort level, not have to worry about getting hit in the face with a ball.
Or sitting in a comfortable chair instead of sitting on hard metal bleachers.
Yeah, my mom was just telling me a friend of hers who was 73 was just walking up the stairs and slipped and fell on the third stair and then fell and hit her head and died. So, like, just simple things like that it can be over with. So I would imagine if you're, again, a little on the older side, is DeWitt now has the ball. Keeps battling. Look at this. He's got Timmer there in support. Keeps fighting. Barty. I didn't mean to be morbid. I was just kind of painting out that.
Yeah, you're being real about it. You know, all it takes is one little spill. And
you think about a ball coming in, and, someone goes, just a simple clearance can have some pace on it, and it hits you right in the head, and, that's all she wrote. Ball played back to Ullman. '63rd minute, 2-1. 17 minutes into the second half. We have yet to see any goals being scored. All 3 goals coming in that first half. Ball made its way to Timmer and last touched off Barty.
Barty's been a very dangerous player. He's playing outside back on the right side. He had the assist on the go-ahead goal. He's played some tight defense for his team when his number's been called, but he's not bashful while getting forward. Several times he's pushed up in the opposite half or final third of the field, even though he plays a marking back position.
Davidson. Looks to play a ball long. Flag goes up, and Olsen is in an offside position.
Second time the Holland Rovers whistle for a player in offside position. But back to marking backs and getting forward. A lot of college coaches at different levels of the college pyramid, they like players that do play defense but can get forward in the attack, maybe overlap an outside midfielder. It's one thing if you have one of your center backs who takes a lot of free kicks, or one of your center backs is 6'5", 6'6". You push them up for, potential head balls on corner kicks and set pieces. But the ability to be a very fast marking back, understanding your number one duty is, locking down as a defender, but you have the capability of getting forward. A lot of coaches like that. We'll recruit those types of players.
Paul was there on the clearance for the Rovers. This ball went out of play. Martinez. Berguillon. Barty tried to keep it on the pitch and unable to do so.
Already the 66th minute. 11-5 in total shots in favor of Goshen City.
Rovers looking to get forward. Kala. Now Olsen. Ball played back. Cruz.
Yeah, Goshen doing a very good job moving the ball side to sides, getting a lot of players' touches, spreading the entire field. They're up 2-1. Controlled a lot of this game. Trying to protect their lead.
Up this near side. Garcia down by the end line. Cuts it back. Cuts it again. Ball now cleared up, not out of danger. Martinez. He'll send one back to the back post. Now in 10. Puts it in the back of the net. It's 3-1. What a beautiful ball coming in from Martinez. In 10 all alone. And Ullman just watches it as it goes in.
Back-to-back goals coming off headers. All 3 goals by Goshen City on serves into the box. Only had 3 shots here in the second half. That was their first shot on target. It opens up a 2-goal cushion here in the 68th now.
So Holland Rovers are in a hole. We talked about them climbing back here in this second half, and would say that for the better part of this first 17 minutes, 18 minutes of this second half, they kind of found a way to, it was a little more evenly played. More opportunities. They had more possession. Goshen City showing how dangerous they can be. Now have a 2-goal lead here. Under 22 minutes to go. Put themselves in prime position to come out of here today with 3 points.
Talk about being opportunistic. They've had 12 total shots. Only 4 on target. 3 have resulted in goals. 2 in that first half, 1 here in the second. And their second and third goals coming off serves into the box, resulting in headers into the back of the net.
Yeah, Barty had a great ball in that first half. Then an equally great ball coming in from Martinez. Settled down by Garcia just outside the 18. Met by contact. He keeps going. Barty. Another ball goes in. Ullman gets a hand on it. Now Martinez! Saved off the line. That was earmarked for the far post. Barty once again with a great ball. It's bouncing around Ullman. And then a great job to clear that away.
I've been talking about a lot in this game about the play of Canoe and Barty. Barty, again, started the game as an outside marking back. He's been overlapping with his midfielder this whole game. That's about the 5th or 6th time he has pushed up in that final third. Just a very dangerous, very well-rounded and fast player. Goshen's been very impressive so far in this match. We just crossed into the 71st minute.
Saldana looking to play it up top, and that's just over the head. Redondo.
We talked about all 3 goals coming off serves into the box. That first goal was with the feet, but remember Canoe beat his defender on that left side early in the game. Slotted a low cross late around the 18. Maxime Burgon ended up scoring that first goal. Goshen has dominated just about every category imaginable. They have never trailed in this game.
Garcia. Barty now looking for Anthem. Good work of this is now ball play looking towards his near side.
Now with a 2-goal lead. Less than 20 minutes left. Goshen City can concentrate on playing stellar defense.
Over the top. Anthem. He'll track it down. Anthem. Slapped it across. Shot towards that near post. Shot coming from Ortiz. Ullman was there. More pace on that ball. That's in the back of the net. Ortiz was calling for a penalty. This ball makes its way out of play.
Holland Rovers are taking a little bit of a gamble now. We're down to into the 73rd minute, getting ready to cross in the 74th. They have pushed up an additional player up in the midfield to help with that attack, exposing their back line even further. This has been a game where, even though it's 3-1, Goshen City has had the ability to beat their marks along the outsides. They've had the ability to get behind the defense on several occasions, along with scoring the 3 goals and dominating possession throughout much of this game. They had a heavy favor in possession in that first half. Holland did even it up there for a little bit here in the second half.
This ball makes its way out wide. Garcia. Region. Gruber, and now ball sent into the box, and Anthem gets another head on it, and that one goes wide.
Quickly how Goshen gets the ball downfield, how quickly they are to counter, quickly they are to serve the ball in the box or switch fields. 6-2 in overall shots, 3-0 with shots on frame here in the second half. And the Holland Rovers are down a little bit more than 15 minutes plus stoppage time. No shots on goal here in the second half. It's no way to stave a comeback effort. Gonna put one together. They're gonna have to make some more adjustments here down the stretch to try to get that goal, get back into the game, and it's got to score at least twice to at least get a tie. You don't know what Goshen will do. They have been far more opportunistic and creative in this game. They could fairly easily get another goal here down the stretch.
Back underway here, 15 minutes to go in this game. You're watching Midwest Premier League Great Lakes West Division action on the National Soccer Network on YouTube and Roku TV. Jonathan Turner alongside Dan Stickrap. Goshen City have put themselves in prime position to come away here with 3 points and should have topped the Great Lakes West Division all alone here this afternoon. Both these teams coming into this game were tied at 17 points apiece. We're 5-1-2. Goshen City in their all orange kits are going left to right on your screen. Holland Rovers are in their black and white kits going right to left.
That last call was for an offside player. There was a shove into the back by a Goshen player. Was trying to get the ball forward to a teammate, and they still called the offside. On that play, they could have called it the opposite way and said there was a foul.
Well, this ball sent in towards number 14, and this one is fired by Garcia up and over. It was Lopez who sent it to Garcia. Van Howell gets a head on it. Ball makes its way to Arredondo, and now out wide here to Timmer. Orlano. Picked up by Wider, and he'll take his time.
Starting to tick down, and the Holland Rovers just crossing the 79th minute, still down 3-1. Still no shots on goal here in the second half. They had 3 shots on frame during the first 45 minutes of stoppage time.
Sent in by Antenne, and that was touched by Enciso and out of play, but they're going to say it last touched off the Rovers and out for a corner.
Corner kick number 3 on the game coming up for visiting Goshen City. They can create a chance to maybe get a goal here to go up 3. Based on the way they've played defense in this match, this could put the game away. We have 3-1 here in the 79th, getting right across in the 80th.
Ball comes in, still loose inside the 18. Finally cleared away and up towards midfield.
Another note, with Goshen City, controlling a lot of possession in this game, they're keeping the ball away from Lake Vanderpleeg in the attack. They're also not allowing Holland to put together very many set pieces. Matthew Davidson, he's taken a lot of the set pieces, him and Vanderpleeg this season for the Holland Rovers. If Holland can get 1 goal here in the next couple of minutes, cut it down to 3-2, that could swing the momentum in their favor. All it takes is a couple of chances to cut in that deficit and tie the game.
Vanderploeg.
Yeah, as we've seen, Goshen City 6 shots on goal, 3 goals as a result of that.
Ball played into space, and Ullman is there for the Rovers. put in the box, and that's cleared away.
There was an injured player for Goshen behind the play.
Was it maybe Anthem?
They didn't call. They let the game be played for another minute before they finally whistled for a stoppage in play.
We had a stoppage in the first half, and now here a stoppage in the second.
This looked like Antenne kind of grabbing his left jaw area. Maybe he took an elbow or head-to-head collision there off camera. You saw as the Holland Rovers sent the ball on that right side. You saw Antenne on his hands and knees, obviously in pain. It took him a good 45 to 60 seconds later before they finally stopped the play. But this should add a good 2 minutes or so to stoppage time, if not more. There's some quality sportsmanship as well.
Good to see him up on his feet and making his way here towards his near side.
16-5 overall in shots in favor of Goshen City FC. 6-3 with shots on frame. Both teams do have 3 corner kicks in this match. Goshen City, again, just been far more dangerous in this game as they get ready to send in a slew of players off the bench in the 84th minute.
Seems like everybody's coming on the field now here for Goshen. Oh, Thompson, Zhao Lorano, Ronjo, I apologize. Saw number 13, I think, as well, Hayden Clark. You've seen Ethan Volstad as well as Cappy Urbina for the Rovers stepping in. So Van Howell came off.
So we'll finally get back into the action here as we cross into the 85th minute, so 6 minutes plus stoppage time.
So back underway. All put into the box, and a lot of play it will go. A good dummy. Good cut back by Lorenzo. Giving it right back to Goshen City, and a good battle up this near side is Klein is there defensively for the Rovers. Arano. And Sisso. Try to slot one across the 18. Clark and Timmer in a battle. Clark. Put into space here near the corner. Oh, great work by Clark down by the end line. Good recovery by Klein, but then a foul on the Rovers.
Goshen, even though they're up 2 goals, they have not stopped their waves of attack. We're just crossing into the 87th minute.
Capierabina was the one on the foul.
You talk about an effort where you are the visiting team, but you came in wanting to win this match, wanting to lay it all on the field, to earn those all too important 3 points. Again, both divisions in the Great Lakes are going to go down to the final week of the season. There's 4 teams in each division that still have a mathematical chance.
Ball sent in, goes up and over. So 3 minutes plus stoppage time. I would argue that in this entire game, Holland Rovers have been on their heels. Aside from that flick goal in by Daniel Arellano back in the 31st minute, I really can't sit here and pinpoint maybe a specific chance that might have had a better opportunity than that. And I would even say that might have been a gift. Because, again, that ball over the top and maybe just a misplayed, out-of-position moment for a wider.
And I would agree, and the stat sheet doesn't lie. Only 5 total shots in this game, which we're now in the 88th minute. Holland Rovers 5 shots, 3 on goal. They have not had a single shot on goal here in the second half. I mentioned that about 10 minutes ago. They have just not been able to get much possession game going, not able to get into the offensive rhythm. They have not allowed some of their better players to create some chances off of set pieces. In a very clean game, only around 10 combined fouls in this match. But defensively, the Goshen City has played very well.
Referee calls a foul, so a free kick coming up here for Ethan Volstad and the Holland Rovers. We talked about this last night about how a lot of teams in the month of July, if they might lose their collegiate players because of them being called back to their respective universities. You know, are there a few players here from Holland and maybe Goshen City that would normally be on these rosters that currently aren't with them right now because of those duties? This ball sent in by Timmer. Urbina, he'll put one back in the box. Ooh, that's a dangerous play as contact was made with the head. I think that's Gruber.
Get Gruber some Excedrin.
No, it was actually Caden Clark.
Clark, give him some Excedrin. Some Tylenol.
No card being shown, and I think the referee maybe was waiting.
We are now in the 90th minute. We did see a goal. We did see a good 2 or 3 minute stop there for an injury. No yellow cards in the second half. Referee looking at his watch, so we just crossed into stoppage time. And now the yellow card has finally been issued. Yellow card for improper shin pads in stoppage time.
Referee is coming over now to talk to this near side. So now conversation taking place between assistant referee on this near side and the refereeing crew. Probably had something to do with maybe with Maybe potential coach's conduct. Bench conduct here on this side.
Yellow card was issued to a team that's down 2 goals in stoppage time, and they've not had a single shot on goal in the second half. And now there's another long delay here. It took a good minute and a half for the yellow card to finally be issued. The player walked off, kind of flapping the jaws a little bit. Just a yellow card. I remember as a really young kid, they always used to check your equipment before going out on the field. Now it's an honor process, but the referees at all levels of soccer are instructed to issue yellow cards if someone does not have the proper shin pads.
So the referee now is walking over here to this side. Not quite sure what happened there.
Whatever the case is, this is clearly going to add a significant amount of time to stoppage time.
We are right now already 3 minutes into.
We've had about a 3-minute delay here.
So a yellow card was just issued, I think, to Garcia. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. The question I have was the yellow card issued for the cleat to the face of Hayden Clark.
Right, because that's what started the overall stoppage. Then there was a minute and a half delay. Then a yellow card was issued to a Holland Rovers player who walked off the field.
I believe that was.
And then there was still a couple more minutes of delay. So all Goshen City needs to do is just do what they've done here for 90-plus minutes. Just maintain possession. Walk off this pitch on the road with an all too important 3 points. And these two teams both came in atop the table with 17. 2 other sides were tied in third with 16. This race is not decided.
Timmer. Played up over. This chance is Aranjo. On his right foot, slips and falls. Bergion. Played into the 18. Tracked down. Ball goes out of play.
Stoppage time should be a couple more minutes. Some of these delays.
Well, based on what we saw in the first half, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw double what stoppage time actually is. Ronho, that's knocked away by Gavin Hardy.
Just crossed into the 6th minute of stoppage time.
Down to the corner, it will go. Simonis.
No really sense of urgency or an extra boost of energy here in the final 10 minutes of regulation plus 5.5 minutes of stoppage time. Displayed by the Holland Rovers, it's almost like they've kind of conceded defeat. How many times have you seen teams come back from 2-3 goal deficits late in the game and at least tie the game?
Clark. He'll get it back here on this near side. 7th minute of stoppage time. Score is 3-1 here in favor of Goshen City. Scored 2 goals in the first half, a goal here in the second for Guillaume. Playing to this near side. And Sisso plays it towards that back post over the head of everybody. And that will, in fact, wrap up this game on this Saturday afternoon. Goshen City travels into Holland, Michigan, and come away with a 3-1 victory off of a brace from number 20, Tabello Intene. A first-half goal scored by number 9, Maxime Brigion, in the 7th minute. An equalizer from Daniel Arellano in the 31st minute for the Holland Rovers. And then in the 35th minute, Tabello Intene with a diving header into the back of the net sent this game into the halftime break with Goshen City up by a score of 2-1. And then just his lone goal in this second half, Tabello Intene with another header in the 68th minute, giving the Goshen City the win here today in 3 crucial points in this Midwest Premier League Great Lakes West Division. For our production crew, Austin Moore down in Grand Rapids in the Holland area. Our camera operator today, our producer, Brianna Turner. Alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Dan Stickrat, I'm Jonathan Turner. Thank you for stopping by today. One final time, Goshen City come away with a 3-1 victory over Holland Rovers here at Mac Bay Soccer Stadium on the west side of the state of Michigan. More soccer coming your way here today on the National Soccer Network, so don't go anywhere. We've got a whole bunch more WPSL games, USLW, and so much more. Tomorrow, UPSL National Playoffs getting underway here, right here on the National Soccer Network. Detroit City FC 2 and Chicago Nation. For all of us at the National Soccer Network, have a great rest of your weekend. So long, everybody, from Mac Bay Soccer Stadium in West Michigan.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.